Imagine being put in a vegetable state after being thrown off a roof by bullies. Stuck in that pitch black darkness, being able to hear the cries and tears of your grandmother and brother, and not being able to do nothing. A sense of revenge will build inside of you whilst you keep planning, imagining, and recreating moments where you take your revenge on the bullies that put you in that state. Killing them doesn't become an option, but the consistent destruction and pain you wish to put on their lives is all that matters. Because after all, just killing them would give them an easier way out. My name is Sung, and I am actually the victim in the story. But after 10 years of being trapped in darkness, a miracle happened to me, or should I say a second chance. I am taken to 10 years back into the past, to the very moment I caught the attention of the bullies. I pinch myself to see if I wasn't dreaming. I also use a pen to stab my thigh to truly see if I wasn't really dreaming. As a matter of fact, I didn't really care if I was dreaming or not. The chance to give me satisfaction has been laid in front of me. I see the first bully named Park stepping on someone. I walk towards him and ask him to stop. Of course, I knew he didn't want to stop, and that was what I wanted. I smash his face using my fist as Park is seen shocked to the core. Before he reacts, I grab the back of his head and smash it onto the table. The blood oozing out of his nose gave me a sense of satisfaction. I then continue to punch his face over and over again, as I grab his collar and smash him to the cupboard. In the midst of stomping on his face, a table came flying at me. At long last they had come, the rest of Park's gang. They had come to fight and help Park. I know, right, you guys think I'm in trouble. But you know what? All of this were in my calculations. Just then, the teacher comes around and tells us to stop. Kang, the strongest among the group, come and threaten me. They leave as we see Park making sense of what had just happened. School is over as the bell rings. Without wasting much time, I kick Park in the face. I grab the back of his hair and tell him that we should continue at where we left off. I lift my hand up and start to smash his face with my fist harder than usual. Just then, I see Park's friends rushing in with speed. Kang moves to me. I knew Kang was stronger and bigger than me in every aspect, so the solution was one thing: use underhand tactics. Grabbing a padlock from the side, I smash it into his skull, his flesh and cracking his bones. I smash it a couple of times before tossing him away. With just 2 left, I rush at the ugly one and pin him to the ground. Using the last bit of my strength, I beat him up like my life depended on it. Minyo, the scary cat, I knew he wouldn't do anything but sweat gutters, because in his eyes, I wasn't the Sung he once knew, but a demon. But what I was about to show him wasn't the actions of a demon, but a vengeful spirit. Just then, Young, the teacher that watched the other kids bully me because he had taken bribes from the bullies' parents, comes to stop me. He takes me to the teacher's staff room and starts to slap me. I tell him to stop before I spread his affair with the English teacher. His wife basically had all the properties, and that meant that if he divorced from his wife, he would have nothing. The teacher comes to his senses as he asks me what he should do to keep my mouth shut. I told him to just cover up what had just happened, and his secret would be safe. Minyo thinks I would be expelled, and he wouldn't have to see me again. He pretends to be angry so he can shake off his fear of me. That was when I appeared. Opening the class door, I called him out and I said that we should continue where we left off. I punch him in the face and kick him back. I continuously punch his face as he asks me to spare him. The teachers hold a meeting to discuss my issue. They try to expel me when Young vouches for me, saying that I was bullied first. The headmaster named Davesewa had also taken bribes from Minyo's mom, so he wanted to talk about the case in his favor. They planned to do an investigation, but until then, I was suspended. Little did they know that this was just the beginning. I went home to draw my plan. The first thing I needed was backing, someone with power, money, and influence. In my past life, even though I couldn't see but I could hear whatever news was playing on the television, there was a battle between 2 brothers fighting to be the head of their father's construction company, but the issue was that the younger one was always sabotaging the oldest one's plans. From planning police cases and even petty crimes, I go to the station and release an evidence that would take the eldest brother out of jail. The eldest, named Gu, gives me money to thank me for my effort. That was when I began my plan. I asked him if he wanted to be on top and take his rightful place as the chairman of Neon Construction Company. His brother had married into a prestigious family, which put him a place above Gu, so we leaked a video of the younger brother cheating on his wife, which brought the younger brother to his knees. Their father calls both of them and scolds them. Gu is a very aggressive fellow, so he normally talks back at his father, but I taught him to do the otherwise. The moment his father started to scold him, not only did he bow his head, but he also admitted fault and promised it wouldn't happen again. The unexpected happened as their father pats Gu on the shoulder, saying that he is proud of him for not overreacting. This makes Gu very happy. He calls me, asks me about whatever thing I want. I tell him that I'm about to do some bad things in school and I need him to back me up. He tells me to consider it done, and that was when the next phase of my plan began. To watch what happens next, like and subscribe to not miss out on the next video.